did 6 months ago.
Yes, they were gone very, very quick
Really
in the
early.
day. I know we got a lot of complaints. We did manage to bring more this time, but unfortunately they are more limited. You know, this is the cool thing. I love that the technology is so advanced that I have to do nothing. I have to push one button and turn it on, and that's it. One button, you're ready to rock and roll. But take a look. If I apply too much pressure, I'm gonna stop this PedEgg right in its tracks. And how did I do that? Well, it's because of that technology. We have built in those safety features. You're not gonna go too deep. There's no blades, there's no cutting, but that nano abrasion technology that you see there spinning at over 2,000 rotations per minute. You and I could never humanly do that. I mean, physically, it's just not possible. 2,000 rotations per minute. So if you're looking at those calloused feet and you're thinking, you know what? I've tried everything. I've tried the good old-fashioned pumice stone. I've tried those, you know, like the good old-fashioned cheese grater looking boards. All of those things, they're a waste of money. And the reason they're cheap is because they're a waste of money and they do nothing. What you're investing in today is total foot care. I am talking about the thickest of calluses, the biggest of corns, the crackedest of heels. Maybe it's the palms of the hands. You work with your hands. You've got that buildup. Wherever you've got that dead, dry winter skin, you can take care of it in literally seconds with the PedEgg Powerball.
And do it now because, again, the last time we did one, exact same price, a lot less features. It sold out, and it was 6 months ago. So it's going to be months and months and months before we even have these back in stock. But the good news is, if you're concerned about your feet, if you don't have sexy toes, if you're kind of embarrassed about them, or have you ever run a pair of tights, you know, already this winter, you're like, ooh, and it was kind of rough, and it was uncomfortable because all day long, your tights were actually grabbing on to the calluses. Like, we all have that issue, right? Just make them disappear. And that's really the beauty of this. All right, here is what you're getting. Again, totally new, completely updated with dramatic updates, but the exact same price as 6 months ago when it sold out. You have 4 color choices that are all exclusive. You cannot find this at your supermarket. I love you all, and we all know PedEgg, and we've seen them all over the place. You will not be able to find this anywhere right now, and they will never have our configuration ever. That's totally exclusive. You also get 2, and we don't talk about the clippers enough, but these clippers are phenomenal. You get a set of 2 that come with this. You know, watch what happens. So you turn it over. No, wait, watch. Oh, it's even easier. You get the small and you get the large, and these are pro quality. These alone are almost the exact same cost of the today's special.
Absolutely, and these were so wildly popular our last visit. We wanted to bring them back for you. I will tell you, this is the best pair of clippers you ever owned. You do get the fingernail, you do get the toenail. They have that swing arm technology. They just flip right around, so now you get that nice grip. No more slipping off of the nail. You get precise cutting of the fingernails and the toenails. You get them both included in your bundle today.
That's brilliant. Because you get a much better angle on everything. Yes. If you have a tough time getting your foot up to your body to use clippers, it makes it a lot easier. All right, we're going to look at some testimonials and what some people have to say, and then we're going to check some real live toes here in the studio. Because it's kind of funky, and you got to see what happens.
Throughout my 20 years of dancing, my feet have gone through a lot. Finally, I found something that just works. It makes my feet beautiful.
My job is so tough on my feet, but PedEgg Powerball gives me soft feet instantly. It's awesome.
You guys picked the best testimonial. If you've ever seen a serious ballerina's feet, they are as rough as a corn cob.
Right?
Oh my
They have to be built up, right, to sustain that type of dance and technique. You know, whether you are a dancer, whether you are a gymnast, whether you're a runner, if you're a runner and you notice that you're getting that buildup and it's getting uncomfortable, no matter what you do in your lifestyle, the great thing about this is it truly is for everyone. So whether you have the thickest, most built up and you're saying, oh my goodness, Angie, I don't even want to go to the salon because I'm so embarrassed of my feet, or if you're someone who goes for pedicures on a regular basis, it doesn't matter. Everybody benefits from the PedEgg, the convenience of having the PedEgg.
And also, Angie, because you're in the beauty biz, how much is one of those scrubby things that you buy at the nail salon and they attempt to scrub off the calluses and they never really work?
Right, no, absolutely not.
The pumice stones don't work.
No, the pumice stones don't work. And you know, quite honestly, you know, pumice stones were originated to clean toilets. So I don't know about you, but I don't want to be scrubbing my feet with that. And not to mention, a lot of those ones out there that have the metal blades on them, like what I like to call, you know, like the long sticks, or you're talking about where they just like grade the skin off your feet.
Right.
Those rust, those can be extremely dangerous, and those are blades. They are actually cutting through the skin. The key is you don't want to damage the healthy skin cells. You only want to remove the dead, dry buildup and the calluses that are on the feet. You get to do that with this nano abrasion technology. This is why this patented technology is so advanced.
Keep going.
Oh, you're going over.
I'm going. Sonia, stop.
She's
stop,
going
stop,
into
stop.
the thick
I told
of
her,
it
I said,
now.
don't you? I am. I'm getting down, and I love these kids when they come in here. You're so good. You're so good to show you. She's such a beautiful girl, but the toes, ladies.
Well, you know what I love, because, you know,
You're
they're
a runner.
models here, and
She's
they
a runner.
take really good care of their feet. But you will be shocked when you get home. Even if you take great care of your feet, you're going to be shocked.
Oh, the stuff you'll find.
That it falls off of your feet.
And you've got some serious calluses from running.
Yeah.
And so I want you to see, she's already done her big toe right here. And I'm not going to touch it, but I can guarantee you that's baby soft. But then I want you to see, as she's doing it, watch the stuff that ends up down here. And what I like, Sonia, I'm sure you do too, it's effortless, completely effortless. Because remember, we used to do the old PedEgg, loved it, but you really had to kind of work it for a while to get it to do its thing. Now, it's totally simple, it's totally effortless, it's as easy as can be. So I love that. And then, I'm moving, Angie, I'm stealing all your models. I love me having a man out here, because can I tell you, I will not let my husband even get near me in the bed with his feet. He was in the Army for years, and they used to have ruck marches, and it tore his feet up to this day. He's got the roughest. They're nasty, let's be honest. But with this, I think I could even get my man to use this.
I'm telling you guys out there, I always say this, but you know what? We're not really asking. We're really kind of begging you to take care of your feet, because I mean, it really truly is bad. I mean, there's nothing more unattractive under the sheets than scratchy feet, right? You're kind of snuggling up, and then you go, youch, what was that?
Ow. It is. Yeah.
And most guys don't want to go into the salon.
Girls don't like that. You know, guys don't get pedicures. And also, too, you can get as many pedicures as you want, but it doesn't really solve the issue. Temporarily, your feet feel smoother, but literally within hours, and at least within even a day or so, guess what? Same stuff comes back, because the calluses aren't removed. They're just sort of hidden temporarily because your foot's so moisturized. That's why you think a pedicure works, but ultimately, it doesn't. This works. This actually removes it. And then I'll tell my own story, because it's a little embarrassing, but I'm going to share. Kathy in California, welcome. You're on with Angie and Suzanne.
Hi, Kathy.
Let's talk feet.
Suzanne.
Welcome. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, I just have a little story. When Suzanne said about 6 months ago, I ordered two, one for my married daughter and one for myself.
Nice.
And we were so surprised that the clippers were so great. We thought that they were even just as valuable as getting the pedicure.
Isn't that funny? Because they really are nice clippers, aren't they?
They're beautiful. They're long, and you can put your fingers in them so you can control and not cut yourself.
And also, it's easier to get to your toes.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Especially as you're getting older.
Thank you, Kathy. I was like, man, these are brilliant.
Well, I ordered two tonight because, like, the others were beautiful, and I heard you say, as I was turning my channel, I saw you, and I thought, these work better than the other ones? How can that be? So I just ordered two more for my daughter and myself.
You get
And
40%. And you know what? Right now, the ones you're using, Kathy, you have to replace the batteries all the time. You never have to waste any money on batteries now. So that's a lot of savings.
One nice thing I was going to say, that will be different.
Yeah.
Yes, the recharging. That's my
Huge.
favorite, because I really am not a fan of batteries either.
No, but I have to say, though, that they do a beautiful job.
Don't they,
really
though?
do.
Yeah.
And you know what? You don't have to do any of the work, do you, Kathy? It does all the work
No.
for you.
No, and I get pedicures. I am a little older than my daughter, and so we go in and get pedicures, but they really do not take it off.
Yep.
I'm being honest about it, like these do.
Yeah, no, you're right, because they can. And if they're digging that much, they're afraid to damage your foot.
Oh, yes.
Because they'll be liable for that. But with this, you do it at home, and it's so easy, as you know. Well, I hope you both love it. What's your daughter's name?
Shelly.
Shelly. Well, there you go. And what colors did you get? Just Because I'd love to know that.
I got white.
White, yep, there you go. Good idea.
Very, very popular.
Very spa-like, actually.
Yeah, actually, it really, truly is.
Well, Kathy,
Well,
thank you.
It's so good to speak to you and have you guys are having too much fun.
You know, don't you love the real talk? It's like,
Yes,
oh,
I
let's
do.
get
What
down
I
on
love
this.
is that you always say exactly the questions that the people out there want to know.
Well, thank you.
Aw.
Yeah,
And
we
that's
try.
important,
Well, because I think
how
we
it
all,
works.
but we all have the same experiences, Kathy. I mean, I don't care how beautiful somebody might be on our set. You take a look at their feet, and reality is there.
Right,
You know, we all
right.
get
That
it.
is
Especially
true.
in these
Yeah.
colder months and these winter months, I feel like, you know, we all have a tendency to kind of let the feet go.
No, that's true. That is true. But every product I've had with footwear from you, especially these that I bought tonight, we love. We
Aw.
absolutely
Good.
love.
Well,
Kathy, thank you,
Kathy.
sweetie. Happy New Year.
Oh, and same to you too. And
All right.
thanks for the nice Christmas present.
Well, there you go. Well, thanks for being there. I'll talk to you later, Kathy. Bye-bye. I love that too, for her daughter, for her.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
so what's the
well,
story
because when you get
right
one,
now?
I'm just you know how it goes. When you get one, if you only get one, it gets legs,
Totally.
it will disappear. You better just pick up a couple for your own household, even.
Because what happens is you'll have a daughter or a
Yep.
granddaughter, somebody will use it, and they'll go, oh my gosh, because it really truly works. Like, we laugh and carry on, but number one, it's embarrassing to have calluses. Number two, they're uncomfortable. I mean, think about when you're wearing a pair of hose or socks or tights or something, and you feel it catching all day long. Do you ever take your shoe off or a boot off in the middle of the day and rearrange your sock simply because it keeps hooking? Yes, you know what I'm talking about? It keeps hooking on a callus on your heel or under your toe or on the side of your foot. And then if it starts to rip and pull, that starts to get painful. So why not just get rid of them? And that's the brilliance behind it. Here's an update though. We're almost about to hit 7,000. We've got about 5 minutes or so to go in this presentation. All of these are selling equally. We do recommend though, if you're buying for a guy and a gal, you know, the white's very unisex. So is the teal. These two colors are great for anybody in the family.
Love the teal.
Don't forget, I love what Kathy said. Kathy, thank you for calling in. These are professional grade clippers. They will make your life a whole lot easier. And it's funny because she said her and her daughter did research. These are basically the price of our entire today's special, and they're included with every single one you order. 40% more coverage. You have a brand new LED light, super easy to clean. We'll talk about that in just a second. No batteries. 6 months ago, you have to keep buying batteries over and over. With this one, it's completely rechargeable now, so you'll never have to do that again. Everything's improved. The floating head is brilliant, and a lot of safety features, so you can't overdo it when you're using this unit, and you can't press too hard. In fact, that was my problem when I first used it. I was thinking, oh, like the old PedEgg, I gotta really have at it.
Right.
I literally had to back off. You just barely touch your skin,
Right.
and it works brilliantly.
It just fluffs it all away. And you know,
Yeah.
it's a great point because up until now, you've always had to give it a lot of elbow grease, no matter what you've been using. You're just grinding away, hoping on, you know, that it's gonna go away. With this, it's like the complete opposite. Because you have that floating head, that Powerball technology, you now have all of that rotation and flexibility in and around the foot. You don't have a chamber to clean, and I love this because who likes cleaning? Not me. All I know is that everything that comes off of my foot comes out. I usually will lay down a little towel or whatever, you know, while I'm sitting on the sofa, or do it over my bathtub, wherever. You don't have a chamber to clean. There's no maintenance here. There are no batteries. That's like my favorite part, I have to tell you, especially with a 10-year-old son at home that flies through batteries like water. I'm over buying new batteries. So I love that it's rechargeable. I love that I can travel with it, take it anywhere. It's ergonomic, it's lightweight, and for all of you out there, maybe you know you're having issues kind of seeing what you're doing when you're working. It's now got LED light technology, 40% larger in size. This is a time saver for you. It's gonna take you 40% less time than it did before. You see it going to work, you see it's doing it gently but effectively. There's no blades, there's no cutting, and if you're someone maybe that possibly is a caregiver for someone else, this is the best tool in your arsenal. It's so simple, so easy, but yet extremely safe. And of course, the refills, right?
Yeah, I just want to mention it too. Rick, can you give me an update on the refills? So here's what happened. Yeah, we've sold, wow. 2,100 of the refills sold. Now, this nanotechnology, the actual roller ball you're gonna get is gonna last a really long time. But if you wanna share with someone else, if your two people are gonna use this, or you want the polishing buffer, that's included in the refill. So you get 2 more of the roller that you see here. So you have 3 total, and then this is kind of a finishing buffer if you wanna use it, which just kind of polishes off everything. Very easy, it's $14 and some change. So you ask about those, and those sold out much earlier than our PedEgg in 6 months ago. So just remember, if you want the refills, to get those early. I wouldn't wait too long. We're almost up to 8,000 sold. It's just the first airing, but we can all relate, right? Come on, think about it. How's your feet? Why do you go get a pedicure? Are you embarrassed? You know, think about it. We're a couple, 2-3 months away. We actually will be pulling out the sandals again. I know it's still a little bit, but wouldn't you love to pull them out and not be like, oh my gosh, my feet look terrible? Can you imagine anytime, year round, your feet are soft and sexy and beautiful and smooth. They're not catching on anything. You're not embarrassed. You know, that's the worst when you go to pull your shoe off or you're at home and all you want to do is run around barefoot in the house, and then all of a sudden someone's coming to visit. Oh, I got to go put some shoes on.
Right.
Or Joy scoot around in socks because you just really don't want anybody to see your feet. It doesn't have to be that way. And this is the best, most convenient, easiest way to do it. And it's effortless. Even with the original PedEgg, which I still have, you're digging, you're working it, right? With this, you just literally sit there and go, and I'll tell you my story too. I have this baby toe that actually, here's my foot, here's my baby toe. And I also play tennis. And so by playing tennis, I have a lot of rubbing now on this side of my feet. But my baby toe sits underneath my other toes. And there is always this callus on the end of that baby toe that drives me nuts. And typically, I've been having to use clippers and cut it off. That's how thick the callus is. So I took my new one. I got my little try me sample. And I went, well, here we go. We're going to work on this thing that annoys the heck out of me. And it's hard to get rid of. Even when I clip it off, I can't clip it that far because I'm afraid I'm going to cause I don't want to cut
absolutely.
it. So I took it and I went, my little baby toe on this little spot, literally gone, down to smooth skin. And I haven't had original smooth skin on that spot for years and years and years.
You forgot what it even felt like.
I did. It was so weird not to have it. And then, because of playing tennis, I go back and forth like this a lot. And so the inside, where you have, Sonia, the inside right here, look at me, I'm over. I'm not gonna show my foot, but it's that part right here on your toes and also on the ball of my foot. That has super calluses now.
And so many people have that.
Gone.
It's just that one spot that's always rubbing. It's always building up. But guess what? You were able to do it safely. You were able to do it effectively. You were able to do it without making an appointment, getting in your car, spending any more money, nothing.
That's right.
Because when you have this tool, it's so convenient and it's home with you. You can use it whenever you want on whatever area that you need it. Now, if you go for pedicures, and you know, hey, I love pedicures too, but nothing drives me more crazy than like 2 days later, my polish looks great, but what the heck happened to my heels?
That's right.
If you don't get rid of the dead, dry skin, all of that investment of those foot creams and those lotions, well, you might as well throw it out the window because they're not soaking in. They're not penetrating. And in order to get that soft, supple, silky skin, you've got to get rid of that rough stuff.
That's right. And you'll find that you won't use as much lotion because you're combating the dry, cracked skin with the lotion, and it's not solving it. It's because it's always there. It never goes away. It might be disguised temporarily, but it never is gone. Thus, my little pinky toe story. All right, we're going to say hi to Elena in Connecticut. Hi, Elena. Thank you for waiting. You're on with Angie and Suzanne.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes. Welcome.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to say that I bought my PedEgg a few months ago, probably when you first brought it out. And this year, Christmas and the ability to use my remote control and buy stuff while half asleep. Let's just say I bought lots of stuff, including, I don't even know how many PedEggs I bought for people, but I gave them not only to the women, but to a few of the men who and I said, let me clue you into something about women. You've always wanted to understand women. Well, here's one thing we do not like. We don't like to hold hands with a guy who's hand feels like the cheese grater. And we don't like to play footsie with somebody whose feet are like playing footsie with the rock at at the beach or something.
Right. You are great advice. Did they use them? Did the guys use them?
Well, I told everybody that I have until January 31st to return these things.
That's right. You're right.
I won't take it personally. If you want to just give it back, fine. If you can regift it, I'm totally fine with that too.
That's funny.
But so far, the men have the couple men that I gave it to have kept it.
Good. That's a good sign.
I was going to say, I'd be shocked if you get any returns on this one, because once you have this, you cannot be without it.
And you know, to Elena's point, guys have really rough hands. You go to hold your husband's hand, you're like, ooh, or a guy, your boyfriend.
Yeah.
They can do the calluses on their hands.
Right on the
all
hands.
those rough spots. If you do a lot of gardening and you got calluses, use it on your hands. It's fine. All right, we're going to wrap it up for now. Angie's coming back.